In Israel, the sound of air raid sirens has become as familiar as the morning news. Since early 2024, tensions between Israel and Iran have reached a boiling point, starting with drone attacks, followed by missile strikes, and then direct military escalations. Civilians caught in the middle of this conflict wear uniforms, but they carry the weight of war every single day. In this documentary, we look beyond the headlines and missiles. We'll take you inside the everyday life of the rich, the middle class, and the poor in Israel, how they live, survive, adapt, and sometimes even thrive during one of the most dangerous times in the region's history. The rich, life in the bunkers above the sky. While most Israelis run to communal shelters when sirens scream, the ultra-wealthy descend into luxury-designed safe rooms stocked with fine wine, designer furniture, high-speed Wi-Fi, and even meditation pods. In the hills of Herzliya and high-rises of Tel Aviv, the rich live behind bulletproof glass, private bunkers, and 24/7 security systems. These aren't ordinary bomb shelters. They're war-ready apartments below ground. Many have solar-powered backup systems and air filtration that protects against chemical attacks. Their kids still go to private schools, so be it online for safety. It's their groceries, delivered by armored vans. And when tensions peak, many just leave the country, flying to Europe or the US until things cool down. One Israeli tech billionaire reportedly moved his entire family to Switzerland for 3 months. While continuing to run his Tel Aviv-based company remotely, they're not out of reach from the war, but their money builds a powerful buffer. Offices have shelter drills once a week. Many homes have one government-issued fortified room, but not all family members fit at once. Nurses leave their children with neighbors to work 12-hour shifts in overstretched hospitals. Many small businesses have backup generators and steel-plated shutters in case of attacks. The middle class balancing life, work, and war, people check in on each other like family. A coffee shop owner in Be'er-Sheva said, "Every time I open my shop, I wonder if I'll have to run out mid-shift." But this is our life now. Here things are more tense and more real. Now let's drop into Haifa, Ashdod, and the outer parts of Jerusalem, where the middle class lives. The sirens aren't just an inconvenience there, a fact of life. Parents teach their children how to drop to the ground in under 15 seconds. Middle-class families have to keep going. Teachers teach during the day and volunteer at night. Commuting has become a gamble. Their strength? Community. Neighborhood WhatsApp groups warn of attacks. Volunteer groups organize supplies. They can't fly out. They can't build bunkers. But they carry on. The poor on the edge of everything now, we go south Sderot, Ashkelon. In neighborhoods near the Gaza border where the poor live in some of the most dangerous parts of Israel. Some homes have no fortified rooms. Some shelters are a 2-minute walk away, but you only have 30 seconds to run. Many residents sleep with one eye open, shoes by the bed, and their children curled close. If a factory shuts down due to an attack, workers aren't paid. Those on welfare rely on inconsistent aid, and inflation from war has made groceries, gas, and medicines harder to afford. Jobs here are fragile. A mother of 3 in Sderot said, "My son asks if the sky is angry at us. What can I tell him? That it's just politics. For the poor, war isn't something you escape, it's something you survive." But even here, there's resilience. People pray harder, sing louder, and find hope in the darkest places. Youth centers run trauma therapy. Elderly women cook for soldiers and neighbors. Volunteers build temporary shelters. Daily life interrupted but unbroken across classes. Daily life in Israel has changed. Supermarkets now stock emergency kits near the checkout lanes. Apps like Red Alert are downloaded by millions to warn of incoming rockets. Grandparents still gather for Shabbat dinners, candles glowing even during blackouts. Weddings are moved underground. Funerals are rushed before new attacks. Tel Aviv might be buzzing in the morning, silent by sunset, yet life goes on. Children still go to school, some in person, some on Zoom. Young couples still fall in love. In the face of war, normal becomes resistance. Choosing joy becomes a statement. Staying becomes courage. Iran and the bigger picture? Why is this happening? And yet, amidst it all, there is strength, pride, and an unwillingness to surrender normal life. Iran and Israel have been in a proxy conflict for decades, fighting through militias, cyber attacks, and covert operations. But in 2024 and 2025, things changed. Iran launched hundreds of drones toward Israel, after an Israeli airstrike killed Iranian military leaders in Damascus. In response, Israel retaliated with direct strikes on Iranian military bases. The United Nations issued condemnations, but on the ground, it's the people who pay the price. For the average Israeli, the enemy isn't just Iran, it's fear, uncertainty, and fatigue. The soldiers' one uniform. Many backgrounds in Israel, military service is mandatory. Nearly every 18-year-old, rich, poor, male, female is expected to serve in the Israel Defense Forces for 2 to 3 years. It's a national equalizer, but even here, social class still shapes the experience. Many parents hire private tutors to help their kids pass elite unit entrance exams. These soldiers often operate behind computers, decoding data, far from the front lines. The rich often serve in elite intelligence units, like Unit 8200, where their tech backgrounds and fluent English are assets. They become combat soldiers, medics, radio operators. Their families may not be able to shield them, but they do everything to support them, sending care packages, praying over Friday dinners, and visiting on brief leaves. For the middle-class, service is a rite of passage. One was a son of a grocery store cashier, another the daughter of a venture capitalist. Their funerals were held one day apart. 2 worlds, 1 loss. The poor often face the harshest roles: frontline infantry, checkpoints, or explosive ordnance disposal. Without connections or educational advantages, they're more likely to be placed in physically dangerous positions. Some leave the army broken, physically or emotionally, but proud. And then, there are the lone soldiers, young Jewish immigrants with no family in Israel, who enlist out of duty or faith. Many sleep in government-provided housing, receive donated meals, and find adopted Israeli families for holidays. Streets fill with mourners, funerals are televised, flags are lowered. The loss is national. It's where trauma is born and sometimes healed. Despite class differences on the battlefield, everyone bleeds the same. And when a soldier falls, the entire country mourns, rich or poor, left or right, secular or religious. During the latest escalations with Iran, more than 60 soldiers died in just 2 weeks. In Israel, the military isn't just defense, it's identity. It's where boys become men and girls become leaders. And for many, it's the only place where rich and poor stand side by side, not divided by glass, money, or fence, but united by something much heavier: the burden of survival. Conclusion: the human cost and the human spirit. So what's it really like to live in Israel during war? If you're rich, you're insulated. If you're middle class, you adapt. If you're poor, you survive somehow. But across every neighborhood, every social class, one thing binds them all: the will to live. In Israel, war is no longer a distant possibility. It's a constant rhythm. So is hope, family, and the fight for tomorrow.